So, hi, I am Surbi and I welcome you all to my channel. This year, I have taken a reading challenge of reading 85 books. And guess how many I have already finished? Guess. 8. Yes, only 8. And I think I'm going to finish this challenge by 2050, I guess. But hey, I have a perfect excuse for not reading more. So, without creating more chaos, let's start the video. In January, I just read one book because I was on a family trip, and the book I read was The Answer Is No by Frederick Backman. This book is for all the introverts out there because its main character, Lucas, is an introvert and his life is quite happy with video games, wines, and pad thai with peanuts, of course. But one day his solitude interrupted because of a frying pan. This book is just 60 pages, but it is packed with humor, relatability, Wi Fi problems, and a frying pan. I loved it and I would rate it 5 on 5. It made my trip so beautiful, I just can't tell you. So, in February, I read 3 books. Quite productive, I guess. But the first book I read was The Crash by Frida McFadden. The story is about Tegan, who is 8 months pregnant, meets with an accident, and is rescued by a couple. Now, she finds herself in their basement with a broken ankle and throbbing pain, but the couple has no intention of letting her go. The story is quite like good, but I felt things were repetitive and some parts could have been cut short. However, I love the plot twist and the end is something I loved a lot. The rest of the story was just okay. I would rate it 3.5 out of 5. It is best for one time read. The next book is also by Frida McFadden and it is The Boyfriend. This was better than The Crash, but not her best. This book is about a girl named Sydney who is quite unlucky in love. She is going through a breakup and stuck on a horrible date with someone who turns out to be an absolute asshole. On the other hand, Sydney's best friend is dead and her mystery boyfriend is the suspect. Also, Sydney is now dating someone who is too good to be true. So, the story is quite nice, but the end felt rushed. There was the plot twist, and then boom, the end. It could have a better ending, but you can read it for once, and I would rate it 3.75 out of 5. I like the twist to be honest, but the complete book is not that great. So the next book has become one of my favorites. It is 100 Days of Sunlight and what a book it is. It is about love, life, hope. I totally loved it. It is a story about Tessa who met with an accident and lost her eyesight, turning her world upside down and now enters Weston with his own hidden scars, who feels that only he could fix Tessa. He shows her a world not through her eyes, her sight, but through other senses, and the journey is mesmerizing. I would rate it 5 on 5 and would totally recommend you to read this because it is just so cute and so amazing. I'm just speechless about the book. Now comes March, and March was really productive. I read 4 books. Yes, 4 books. So, first book I've read is Musafir Cafe. It is a Hindi novel by Divya Prakash Dubey. I quite enjoyed this. It is a story about Sudha and Chandar who met in an arranged marriage setup, but Sudha has no mood to marry anyone. However, one day she leaves her flat and comes to stay with Chandar. Not because she loves him, but because she had a fight with her roommate and she had nowhere to go. So she went to Chandar. Things take a turn and they fall apart. So Chandar, with a broken heart, goes to follow his dreams, and Sudha is alone where he left her. I liked the story but wanted more of Sudha and Chandar. I felt there was an unnecessary leap in the story. I would give it 4 out of 5. A good read, but I wanted more of Chandar and Sudha. So the next book I have read was by Lynn Painter. No, not better than the movies, but accidentally Amy. And I did not like it because it had smart. Obviously, I hate it. But the story is about Isabella, who was waiting for her coffee, but when she was too late for her first day at her dream job, she took Amy's coffee. On the way out, she bumped into this guy and spoiled his shirt, and this guy thinks she is Amy. Basic miscommunication trope, just like that. But it turns out he is the VP of her department. They had a moment in the lift and they can't be in a relationship because it's against the office rules. I felt the story was average and had details like smut, which I didn't like. It's apt for those who love adult novels. I would rate it 3 out of 5. Could have been better. Like, you can just reduce the amount of smut you add in the books. I hate it when you add it. So, yeah, that's not my trope. Yeah. The next book I read was The Cat Who Saved Books. It is a Japanese fiction. I love reading Japanese books and I want to read more of it. But unlike other Japanese books, this was fast paced. It is a story about Rintaro who has lost his parents a long time ago and now he has lost his only family, his grandpa. His world is shattered, leaving him just the Natsuki bookstore. Meanwhile, a talking cat, enters the store and asks Rintaro to help save books from three different peoples: a hoarder, a summarizer, and a publisher. Each chapter is dedicated to each journey. But after the cat says goodbye and Rintaro is about to leave for his aunt's place, something terrible happens. You might feel that things are repetitive. Everything in this book is about books and the teachings of Rintaro's grandpa about books and the world. I liked it, but not like other Japanese books. So I would give it 3.5 out of 5. Good for one time read and good for good for binge reading, I would say. So the next book I read was Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. I got this book just for rupees 50 and I have rented it. So if you want to know more details how I rented it and how I got it, you can just click on the I buttons and you will get to the video. Now coming back to the story, I love thriller books and this is a story about Lucy who was accused of murdering her best friend 5 years ago. But because of this podcaster named Ben, now everyone knows she is the suspected murderer. She is fired from her job, dumped by her boyfriend, and has moved back to her hometown for her grandmother's birthday. But Ben is also in the city to interview her. She is not ready to give any interview. Was it because she killed Savvy, or does she really not remember what happened that night? The world is against her and only she can prove herself innocent. There are a lot of interview from different people in the town, Lucy's family, friends, neighbors and her ex-husband. It was so good. I loved it. I would rate it 4.5 out of 5. An absolute whodunit book. It is amazing. Mind you, I have suspected three people but never expected the ending. I loved it. And I would recommend you to read it because it is fast paced, edge on the seat, storytelling with a hell lot of suspects. Just put this in your April TBR. Now, coming to my April TBR, I have pledged to read 7 books. Let's see how many I can do because I'm quite lazy. But currently, I'm reading 2 books. I hope this finds you well and Too Good to Be True by Prajakta Kohli. I'm halfway through both the books and I'm enjoying a bit. So let's see how it goes. But next, I'm planning to read Powerless series because I have seen some reels and I like the book and I want to read it, all 3 books. And I've heard that the last book is has just released. So yes, they are on my TBR. Also, I'm planning to read The Gunkle by Stephen Rowley. I just like the title, that's why it is on my TBR. And the last book I want to read this month is Can You Keep a Secret by Sophie Kinsella. It's kind of Bridget Jones' diary and I am up for any humorous book. And yeah, that was my list. Let me know if you have read any book from the list or if you think you want to add any of these books to your TBR? Do let me know in the comments. Also recommend me some good smut-free books that have a good story and some giddy giddy romance. That will be good because I hate smut. And if you enjoyed my reading list, then give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And subscribe to my channel for more bookish content and more book videos. I'll see you next time. Until then, happy reading.